Mike Gordon, and welcome back to my perfect playthrough of Contra Hardcore for the Sega Genesis as part of the Contra Anniversary Collection. And having just beaten the game with both Ray and Sheena, it's now time to take on our werewolf buddy here. His name is Fang. He is our third playable character, and we will be playing through the game, unlocking our fourth ending here. Our security system has been breached by an unknown hacker, an unmanned robot has been input throughout the city. I want you to proceed to the area ASAP, restore order. So anyone who's new, our objective is literally to beat the game with all 4 characters and view all 6 endings in the game. And last time we viewed 2 of the in our first 2 parts of Contra Hardcore, we had viewed half of them in 2 episodes already. This was because last time we viewed both a joke ending, which is also a secret, as well as the ending where the villain got away. And then in part 1, where we beat the game with Ray, Ray dies at the end, as well as millions of other people on Earth. So let's talk about Fang here. He is basically the only character in the game who doesn't have anything that resembles a spread shot or a homing missile. So no matter what, I will have to manually aim all of my shots. But the bright side is he seems to be a huge fan favorite for those who have played Contra Hardcore. Because even though he doesn't have a semblance of a spread shot or a homing gun attack, his weapons all pack quite a punch and deal a ton of damage. In fact, this default weapon that I'm using right now is probably our best offense going forward. Technically, his strongest moves are the ones that are really short range, and they generally are not going to be worth using at all. So far, this default weapon of his is still going to be our best option. So I'm just making a bunch of emergency save states, but I'm otherwise blasting through this level super quickly. That's not the unmanned robot. Somebody's inside that thing. That's not an unmanned robot. Not the unmanned robot. Alright, yeah, I'm just shooting him down with the default weapon. Absolutely tearing through his health like tissue paper. So I should be close to death now. And now he's dead. What? Or who are you? You can call me Deadeye Joe. If you want to know more than that, then come and get me. So, the ability to get a good ending in this game will ultimately be determined on whether or not we go after Deadeye Joe. If we do go after Deadeye Joe, we will end up killing him in the very next level. He's just a diversion. As such, it is essential that we keep him alive. Now, technically, this game has 2 good endings. Damn, at this speed, we'll never get out on time. Hey, bro, looks like you're having some trouble. Grab out my machine and I'll take you to where you want to go. Air police, you guys sure have good timing. Look out, one of the bad guys is coming up from behind. So basically, we only hit these soldiers, and get them to ram into the truck. You can't even damage the truck yourselves. You gotta have them run into these robot soldiers, I guess. And now the truck is destroyed. What? We can get a good ending or not, where we beat the bad guys, save the world, keep casualties to a minimum, is ultimately going to be determined on whether or not Deadeye Joe survives or not. Yes, he actually does have an impact in case we choose to surrender or not. We need to take out that soldier. And yeah, these guys just go down super quickly. Not really need rats. We took one. We are going down. It'll be a rough landing. So yeah, we don't really need to worry so much about strategy so far. So he's because even though he doesn't have the usual broken weapons, he's actually really strong. Are you okay? I'm fine, but you must stop them. They're after the alien cell. Alien cell? We got from the mother alien in the Alien Wars 5 years ago. It's very dangerous, so we were keeping a close eye on it. So the rampaging robot was just a clever diversion. So yeah, this is also a vastly different level 2 than what we had previously, because we chose to rescue the researchers as opposed to going after Deadeye Joe and ignore Deadeye Joe. Oh no, I'm too late. It sure looks like they made away with this alien cell. So let's just, yeah. I'm just gonna try to deal as much damage to his face as possible. Honestly, the fact that we are still, just slide away, slide away. Will that be enough? Yes, it is. Yep, that weapon we used was very strong, able to eat through his entire health in a couple minutes. 3 days later, we've identified the hacker who breached our security. His name is Neumann Cascade. He's the best hacker on the net. He used the panic caused by the robots a diversion so he could steal the mother alien cell from the research center. So yes, it's very likely there is an organization working behind him. Silas on their garage dump. Don't screw this one up. So yeah, this is literally the exact same level in the previous 2 episodes where we had beaten the game with Ray and Sheena. So yeah, this part is not going to be different at all from previous playthroughs. So after clearing all those guys, I'm just taking my time in case enemies pop up off screen, out of nowhere. So basically, I'm just looking to, get through this. And with no homing missiles, we have to manually aim our shots at that boss's eye. Alright. Very predictable patterns, you just have to be able to anticipate when they'll happen, and it took us just 2.5 cycles to kill. More safety strats, I don't want to have to load up from the start of that boss fight again. And so if you want to, you can climb up this wall right now to access the secret entrance, but not anymore. Hear that creep Neumann Cascade. Why don't you try this on for size? Where the heck am I? Welcome to the virtual zone. I hope you enjoy yourself. This game does not have the strongest characterization in the world. So right now, I'm just gonna use the flamethrower to take out this guy. Alright, took him out with the flamethrower. I'm gonna go back to the default weapon. Again, it hits like a truck. And it also helps us take care of those arrows that he shoots out from his bow, since they will home in on us. So if you've not seen the previous playthroughs, this is more or less the same strategy as before. Man, I'm so tired. And to fight well, fool, you fight well. I read that wrong, but it doesn't matter. You can read what he said in the previous couple episodes of Contra Legacy Collection when I specifically was playing as 2 Italian mafiosos. What was I saying? So I was thinking of Godfather on the brain. Alright, let's go, let's go. And that's it for the spot. Sorry, I'm just dazed. Oh, looks like it's skill for you. Don't worry, I'm just trying to make a book. It's not personal. You can say your sob story for the people at headquarters. And looky here, 60 minutes. We made here in record time. Neumann told us who's in charge. Colonel Bahamut, I believe you've heard of him. He was a hero and fought during the Alien Wars, but 2 years ago he planned a coup d'etat to throw the government. Coup d'etat was stopped in time, but the colonel fled. Till now, we have heard nothing of him. He's a dangerous man. I wonder what he's planning to do with all that alien stuff. It's hot as deep in the jungle. Good hunting. I do have to, So the problem is, Wolfie here doesn't really do well against swarms, and this is another level that we are guaranteed to play, but there will be something different with the boss of this level going forward no matter what. So after we clear those guys out, the flamethrower. Alright, now we are going to be taking on this boss again, and hopefully this time I don't have to do a whole lot with this weapon to beat him super quickly. By the way, the reason why I don't really use the fist or the blue beam attack like at all in this playthrough is because they have shockingly small ranges. You know what, that attack would have been done just fine regardless. Now, unfortunately, because I don't have any homing projectiles, I had to double check, make sure I kill them all. And now, we have to take on this guy again. So I'm using the fist attack as a demonstration on just how short the range is. The blue beam is actually even shorter. The fact that he didn't use that attack at all probably tells me that there was like a scene transition. A phase transition, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, he was still a bit of an orange sponge, but we were able to get through that a lot faster than we did with Ray or Sheena. I think what helps is that Fang does not have any safe strats. And so safe strats actually make fights take even longer. So now we just have to make our way to the base, and now there's something a little different with this boss. And this is a significant enough difference in order to shape how the rest of this game plays out. So we meet again. It's Deadeye Joe. This place will be your graveyard. That's right. It's Deadeye Joe who is alive this time to reveal himself piloting this thing. If Deadeye Joe dies, he will not be piloting this contraption. It'll be piloted by someone completely anonymous. And, Deadeye Joe absolutely needs to be around in order to make the good endings of this game possible, since he is a disruptive force in the game's narrative engine. Without him, you're basically gonna find yourself too late to stop Bahamut. At least not without any serious casualties. And without having to sacrifice your life. So right now, all I can do is try to dodge the propellers. There are several super close calls because he keeps bouncing off the walls. I guess we're entering the new phase now. So right now, all I have to do is hang on around on the ceiling for a bit. Stay right above him and then make adjustments as needed. And we just beaten him. We dropped out because we're too far out of bounds to hang on, so. Just gotta keep firing this thing because he's firing missiles. Yeah, this is literally the only reason why I'm still firing my projectiles, is because of his missiles attack. Because my projectiles don't home in, I gotta sort of fidget around up and down and diagonal. I gotta keep his distance away from it, or else I'll get hit by his particle beam. That was a little too close. Got a little greedy there. Again, that's what happens when you have to manually aim your shots instead of just getting in the homing projectiles. Or a spread shot or something. So my objective is probably going to stay over here. I'm way too close for comfort, so I'm going to have to... So right now I'm primarily just using safety save states. I'm not really struggling like at all with Fang. That's probably gonna, all that's probably gonna change once we reach the final couple levels, which are all gonna be different. And there's gonna be 6 levels instead of 5 with what I'm gonna do here. This is the end for you. Damn, a trap. Just as we planned, Colonel. Doctor, what's going on? Just as you can see, the doctor has been assisting us. I'm sick and tired of this weakly government. Having obtained something as magnificent as the alien cell, they squandered the opportunity by locking it away in a vault. I'm not quite sure why I'm just hanging on here. I think I think my cat was on my lap or something and he was getting feisty. The Colonel feels as I do and will help me achieve my plans. Yeah, I think it's a cat thing that was going on here. He gets really ornery when you pet him when he's just wants to cuddle. Now I can carry on with my own dark experiments. Like my cat has with my hand. Oh, you treacherous little... Well, Doctor, I'll leave the rest up to you. There is no way to escape. You must surrender peacefully. And I'm gonna surrender and fight later for this ending because this technically isn't the true ending. But still pretty good ending regardless. Ha ha ha! Take them! He has a military train. You're pathetic. Take these and get out. Huh? Don't misunderstand. I am only freeing you in order to destroy you. I will be there to watch you draw your last breath. So yeah, Deadeye Joe will not be there to rescue you from the train if you choose to kill it. If you choose to go after him at the very beginning of the game, he will not be there to save you because, well, we would have killed him at that point. But now that he's alive, we turn ourselves in and we'll be able to break free before Bahamut would have a chance to do anything truly catastrophic. So for this boss, you basically want to fire them as they come level with you. Be sure to jump as they fire and they're above the platform level. Jump repeatedly or else you will die when they start doing that. And here you want to just stay beneath them while firing in this general direction. Just like that, we've killed the boss. Try to make adjustments just to make sure that we're not too close to the screen. An inch closer so we could take these motorists out as they come by. This is kind of like Sunset Riders here. or at least a grungy looking version of Sunset Riders. Grungy futuristic version. And here is a boss that feels like it was taken straight out of Sonic and Knuckles. For the main objective, you can't damage the boss yourself, you gotta make him damage itself. How do you do that? By getting it to attack the red button on top. And luckily it only takes like 3 hits to kill him. And the countdown is supposed to instigate what he's gonna fire. So wait, is that Deadeye Joe? Well, no, this is just a boss. We are not fighting Deadeye Joe quite yet. So really, we just have to go through the motions. We're heading to a new phase of this fight. And that basically involves damaging him while trying to take care of whatever missiles that he launches out from his backside. Run to the other end of the screen, and be sure to duck. It looks like we've reached the end of the line with this boss. Yep, we reached the end of the line. Is this the end of the level? Yes, it is. So now that this little diversion is out of the way, we have now made our way to the main base of operations. And can possibly even take out the Bahamut and the alien threat a little sooner than we would have had we turned ourselves in. Had we gone after Deadeye Joe and then turned ourselves in. The time has come for you to meet your maker. Let's go! Alright, now it's time for our final battle against Deadeye Joe. This is the 6th level, 6A. Keep in mind that this is, or I guess it's 6B. Bear in mind that this level there's only 6 levels if you choose to go rescue the scientists and leave Deadeye Joe for later. So now I just go to this wall and try to take out those little arm things. Now that that's over with, we only have the main body to deal with. Nope, we cannot damage the main body until we destroy its other arms. And now he's like dithering all across the screen, which makes actually damaging him quite tricky. But he already took him out. You've lost, now give it up. Worthless fool. I do not have time for losers like him. You treacherous scum. Meet me on the top floor for the ultimate battle. This definitely reeks of 4Kids dialogue, but with random utterances of damn here and there. Colonel, please stop! Why? You should see the damage that your research has done. No! So instead of a robot contraption, he just turns into a little alien. A little alien spider tick thing. I would say alien spider. Basically, all you really want to do is try to hit him while he's going around this height. And evade his little light bubbles. And after he completely explores the kite formation, he creates a new formation. This is not a terribly difficult boss fight at all. Just keep your distance. And looky here, we took him out. And now we're about ready to take on the final battle with Bahamut, and last time we surrendered. I must admit that I am shocked that you have made it this far. But it seems you are too late. My plans have been realized. I've joined my spirit with the corporeal qualities of the alien. And in the process create the ultimate super being. Alright, we already began the boss fight. And at least there's a countdown letting you know when to jump. You go underneath and attack him when he jumps up. And when he charges Kamehameha, once those particles go inside is when you should jump. And I don't know. Too much power, I can't maintain, I just have a natural cadence for these timings, especially when the timing is telegraphed. This form is probably the trickiest of the final boss forms against Bahamut merged with the alien. But because we spared Deadeye Joe and then turn ourselves in this time, he doesn't have enough time to equip the alien cell into a super weapon to deal any real damage from space. Instead, all he can do is combine with the alien. And I realized I was in danger if I were to use a save state, so I decided to forgo it for the time being. And really, where I struggled the most was when he let his head out and it's a really long neck just going everywhere. That took several save states to sort it out. And once I figure out what I had to do here, and just take the hits whenever they come and slide beneath him. Once he gets too close. Sometimes you duck, sometimes you slide away, but regardless, aim for the heart, and that should be enough. Alright. Looks like we're at the final phase of the fight, and it looks like... No, we're not the final phase, so this is the end of the fight. I kill Bahamut as well as the alien cell. Congratulations, and we destroy Bahamut's base. And this is an ending that's definitely reminds me a bit of NES Castlevania at least, but this is a pretty decent ending, all I can say. I mean, okay, it's decent. It is a good ending. We beat the bad guys this time. Nope, with no asterisks involved. And we got away safely. And here's the cat meowing. I didn't know you were inside. Yeah, he just wants to say hi. You just want to check out. You want cuddle, don't ya? It's alright, I'm just being a little distracted. The cat just wants to... Cat does what the cat wants to do, that's all. So yeah, as I said, I'm actually loving this game more and more each time I play it and take on a different ending. It feels like I'm getting better and better at this, even though this is otherwise my third time playing this game. But I guess this is why Fang is such a fan favorite among the four. Not only is he a werewolf, but even though he loses out on homing ammunition and a spread shot, he's still pretty OP once you know how to use him. Otherwise, we've got one more character and two more endings to go. They are both closely tied to one another, so tune in next time. Otherwise, we're close to 900 subscribers. Let's hit that mark. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Let's get me to 900. Otherwise, this is Mike Gordon, sign out.